Because of this platform, we have been able to change people's lives, and this show has forever changed my life. It is the greatest experience I have ever had, beyond my wildest imagination. So, Twitch, one last time, dance with me. Passion is what makes the world a better place. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I feel the love, and I send it back to you.
It was, you know, in hindsight, it probably wasn't the greatest decision. But
Ow! First
yeah, it was
of all,
bad.
Sorry.
It was bad.
Why? Can you just explain a little bit of the backstory in that?
Yeah. So I was in Magic Mike XXL, and I understood that we had to be hairless. So in rehearsal, I was telling Ellen that I had to get waxed. She was like, "Why don't you do it on the show?" And Ellen kind of has this thing where it's just like, it's just before I knew it, I was in it. Like I was like, it was just like I was like, yeah, why don't we do it on the show? And then we did it on the show. And it was,
This show's full of laughs,
Absolutely.
but I can't imagine after all these seasons to say goodbye. And I know some of these shows are already in the can, right?
Yeah.
How was it closing
Honestly,
out that show?
It was so emotional. And what was crazy, though, it was like, it was a lot of the little things that started to really get me. Not even the big moments, but like when she would walk out and just seeing how the audience would react to her. For people that have waited, she was on the air for 19 years. People that have waited for literally 18 or 19 years to come and see the show, to see the connection and the bond that she has created with people that really love her show is something that's so special. Just to look in people's eyes, you can tell that she's put in so much love and so much kindness into the world, and to see that reflected back, that what was really getting me in the last couple
I know,
days,
and like it's a family there. I know y'all are all really
100%,
close, so it's like closing that chapter. But we have to ask, what's next? You already have, as we showed, a new gig. So it seems like,
so you think you can dance.
Does it feel good to go home? I know you were on that show.
It does. It's like the ultimate full circle moment, because I met Ellen from So You Think You Can Dance.
Oh,
we did a dance together on season 7 of So You Think You Can Dance, and then now as the Ellen show is coming to a close, I'm going back to So You Think You Can Dance. So that full wraparound is something serious.
Did you always love dancing since you were a kid?
I loved it. Yeah, dancing has just kind of always been my thing. There's people that just love sports and love that. Like, dancing has always been that thing for me.
And your wife's a dancer.
Yes.
Yeah,
right?
Allison's a dancer too, absolutely.
By the way, your TikToks and your Insta Reels are incredible. There's so much fun.
The dancing is the best.
Thank
But we
you very
also,
much.
is it true that Twitch was your nickname as a little boy because they said you couldn't sit still?
Yeah, so not as a little boy, but when I started dancing relatively late, like around 14, 15,
that's young.
And so the style popping, there's a contraction of your muscles. When I got a hold of how to do that, I would kind of be in church and in school, just kind of like,
I welcome you back on here, and if you're new, consider subscribing, liking, and also share the video. I didn't want to do this story. I didn't want to do this video of Stephen tWitch Boss, the gentleman who passed away just in December, a couple of months ago. But of course, it's a sensitive story, and I had to do it. So I did a couple of videos. That was in December. You can look them up. I will link the videos. I will provide the link to those videos before, about the life, the legacy, and all the good moments Stephen Boss tWitch had before he passed on. So around January, we saw the family organizing a private funeral that was actually attended by very few people, most especially the celebrities, friends, and the family, all of those people who were so close to Stephen Boss tWitch. And just recently, we've seen the lady that is the wife of Stephen Boss tWitch, Mrs. Allison Holker Boss, and their children actually coming out to arrange and organize a very colorful private celebration of life ceremony that actually was arranged in Los Angeles, and it was attended by, of course, the close friends of Stephen Boss TWitch, the family, those celebrities, and most importantly, some of those personalities that caught the eyes of those who were following the event. That was Ellen DeGeneres. The ceremony, or the celebration of life ceremony, was really colorful, very sombre, and it was private. Like I've told you, not so many people had the chance to attend it, but of course those who were close and very much related to Stephen Boss TWitch attended. The wife Allison Holker and of course the children welcomed their friends and the friends to the fellow artist who actually passed away, or the dancer who passed away, that is Stephen Boss TWitch. Like I've told you, Ellen DeGeneres attended, Stephen Hough, and so many other attendees, including Wade Robson, AJ McLean, Robin Antin, and very many other people from the Ellen DeGeneres Show cast, and of course the crew. The dance icon Debbie Allen also, by the way, attended and actually introduced a video tribute, as did Jeff Thacker, who actually officiated Stephen and Allison's 2013 official wedding. The country music icon, that is Mickey Guyton and Honey in the Good singer, that is Andy Grammer, also performed for the attendees. It was really a very emotional, sombre, and a colorful ceremony, and most touchingly, Elson and her daughter Wesley, who is by the way 14, each stood before the gathering to reflect on the impact Stephen had on their lives as a husband and a father respectively. And of course they said he was a person who lighted almost each and every room he went in. He deserves to be celebrated. It was really a very colorful ceremony, and we want to thank Mrs. Allison Holker actually to organize that celebration of life ceremony that actually touched almost those who attended. Of course, they even launched a foundation that was named Kindness Foundation, and they encouraged people to donate to that foundation. We all know Stephen TWitch Boss died. That was on 13th of December in around 2020, and his death was confirmed by a popular news site, People, which released a statement that had been given to it by the wife Allison Holker. He died as a result of mysterious circumstances and mental health issues, and of course we always encourage everyone who is suffering from mental health related issues to seek medical attention from those respected and recognized healthcare personnel, because you're not alone in that thing. All we can say is to continue sending messages of prayers to the family, and also pray for Stephen Boss TWitch and also the family, friends and fans, because we all know up to now they're going through a very tough time. Rest in power the king, Stephen Boss TWitch.